Is this bacon in here?
Yes, bacon.
10 out of 10.
Natasha, Gregory Rodriguez, Yasmin, Luis Lopez, Tina, and Simone Francis.
Hi, I'm Natasha, one of the brand ambassadors and one of your hosts for today. So here we have Mr. Rodriguez, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Gregory Rodriguez. I'm OP Math Instructional Specialist. I've been a specialist now for approximately 2.5 years, and I enjoy my job.
Okay, so what brought you to make these choices of the food today?
I think it's important to focus on fruits and vegetables. You know, we're in a time of abundance now. My grandfather in Puerto Rico used to cut sugarcane fields, so they only ate meat, sporadically. There's nothing wrong with meat. I just thought I should lift up fruits and vegetables because it's a necessity. So I would like to focus on things like in Downsteen, where they have fruits and vegetables. You have your soups, as an appetizer, and obviously you have your proteins there. But just trying to have a more of a balanced meal is important.
Okay, so we'll get to opening the salad.
Thank you so much. I hope that bon appetit,
Yes.
or as we would say back home, buen provecho.
Buen provecho.
Thank you so much. And thank you for, they brought this for me. They were so nice.
Let's see. Ooh, it looks actually really good.
Don't they say avocados are like a superfood or something?
Yes, it's very good for you. It's high in potassium.
Which is good. Did you get this in Downstein?
We got this in Crave.
Oh, in Crave.
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend students to stock up on their fruits and vegetables and water. You got to drink lots of water.
Okay. Let me take one more bite.
Take as much as you want.
Okay, we'll move on to the first question. What has your experience in your role at OP have been like?
I think what I would like to say is that it definitely evolves and it grows. I think it's important to do what you enjoy doing so that it comes from a place of within and it just grows. So what my experience has been since I got here, it has definitely evolved. It has grown. And I've learned more to really respect and to seek out student voices and their opinions. I think it's important to get perspectives, and I think it helps me do my job a lot better. And so this job is full of purpose, and it's full of fun, and it's full of nobility. And so it's fun to come to work every day. And what makes it more fun is to be around students like that we work with.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. What drew you to becoming involved in OP in a professional capacity?
Well, when I was graduating my undergraduate here, when I was in my senior, Anna was nice enough to offer me originally a position teaching STEP. Now, as you know, STEP is part of OP. It's under the umbrella program. You have opportunity programs, which is HEOP, C-STEP, and the STEP program. So initially I started out teaching in STEP. And eventually it evolved once I got my master's in aerospace engineering, which I worked hard for, with a certification in spaceflight engineering. So let me just throw a plug in there from the University of Illinois. A position opened up to teach math, to be part of the OP team as a math instructional specialist. And I did not hesitate. I mean, not only can you work and make a living, but you're also part of something bigger than oneself. And NYU is a big, huge space that there's a lot of mobility and opportunities to move around. And so that's what drew me to OP. It was a position that opened up. In December, I'm going to apply to a PhD in mechanical engineering in tandem. Yeah, I just recently got my, I'm waiting for the results for my certificate in tandem for a data science program. So that way my application gets boosted up. I think it's important to continue ever learning.
Yes.
And I think mechanical engineering and those hard sciences are a real reflection of reality around us to a certain extent. And I like thinking in those terms. Yeah.
Wait, are you leaving WASH?
No. What drew me to education in the first place was because I enjoyed education. So I'm not going to stop my education now because I have a full-time job.
Yeah.
That's what got me in this space, and that's what worked for me. So I'm going to continue growing. Like, that comes first. My education comes first.
Yeah.
And so, but that goes part-time. I get to do it part-time.
Okay.
So it's important to continue to grow your education, especially when the opportunities are available.
Yeah.
But I just think it's going to make me smarter, and it's going to make me more holistic. And I think ultimately it's going to be to the benefit of not just myself, but to the students. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We'll go on to the next question. What do you think it's important to know about OP's history?
How can I tell you? Okay. So as you know, I think I was hearing recently about HOP. I think HOP started like in the 60s and C-STEP started in the 80s. So obviously, without getting super controversial or loaded, these programs were just in response to the environment and the times around them. I don't really want to get too political, but obviously we're talking about the 60s. Jim Crow era was probably
The civil rights movement.
yeah, all around that same period. I don't know the exact years. So obviously these programs were birthed in response to inequity and marginalization. And so it continues. I don't really I have a letter here that I keep to remind me. I have it posted there. It's a letter from Emory University denying admission to a student in like this, I think it was the late 50s, and it explicitly mentioned certain characteristics. I can't say it on camera, but they were like, we can't accept you because you're from this demographic, and they were just straightforward with it. But we're talking about the days that happened. So you needed.
I didn't know that they were so straightforward. In
They
your
were
face.
really
Oh
straightforward. I mean, they had signs that said who can drink from where and whatnot. I'm only bringing that up because it's a very heavy question, and how far do we reverse? But the point is, these programs were in response to righteousness. It's in response to creating equal opportunities, and let people live and pursue the dreams that they want to pursue. If there wasn't these marginalizations, then maybe these programs wouldn't be necessary. But it is necessary because this is the real world. Yeah.
And I always think about it as equity. Different people need different resources to achieve the same outcome.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's all like what OP, in my opinion, like the history is about.
Yes. Yeah. It's just a place it's an organized way to create opportunities for students that deserve it. You have a deserve to the right. What is it? The right of life, the right to life,
liberty,
the right to liberty, the right to
property,
and property, and the pursuit of happiness. You have these rights. So in my opinion, those need to be protected.
I totally agree. Okay. The next question. Do you have a specific memory from your time with OP that means a lot to you, that you hold very close to your heart?
One of my favorite times here. It's one thing that I was just thinking about is definitely what takes place in the classroom. Like I feel so honored to be in a classroom where everybody are all stars. Now, it's not business as usual. If you think about the dynamics of a classroom, right? You think about, well, you got maybe, let's say I'm running an OP summer class, right? Or some NCC. You in a normal classroom, maybe you're like, well, you got these people scoring this much, you got these kind of acumens or whatever it is. But OP, when you come into OP, you're the best of the best. You're the best out of all your high schools. So basically everybody in your cohort probably had 90s averages when they got out of high school. Now, how that translates into NYU, that's everybody's personal journey. So my favorite part of this job is being in the classroom space and really getting down to the nitty gritty, because I think that's what we're here for. We're here for enlightenment, achievement, and progression. And I think all of these systems and all these things that we think about revolve around that. But since we live in the real world, we got to think about tuition and opportunity and space and time. But in reality, I think for me, the priority is that we get an education. Yeah, because I think it's a right. And one more thing that I do want to say is I was overhearing two students having a conversation, and they were talking about gun violence or something like that, part of their cultures and context class or something like that. And I was thinking, wow, even though education is a right, you have a right to be educated. I also think it's a space of privilege that we are here and we get to dialogue about these matters while people have to live on the streets and experience those issues. So we're educated. We can exchange good ideas. So we want to really harness that and leverage that.
Okay. Next question is, what is something particularly memorable from your time in undergrad? So we're going way back. Not way back. I didn't mean it like that.
All I can say is my best memories here is the grinding and the feeling that you get when the semester's over. And one of the main things that my mother would say that will help me get through is I would say, man, Mom, this is hard, right? Because they're not going to give you anything here. She said, well, if it was easy, everybody would get the degree. So you feel good when you graduate. And so my best memories here are the grinding, is the music, is the events, is the beginning of the semester, the parties, the throwing all these events that are going on, and those are my favorite memories. But I'm a nerd at heart, so I'm gonna tell you that. And oh, one more thing, and also the opportunities that come with it. Like I got to fly to Michigan State, which is probably here, Michigan State
MSU.
University, yeah, for the summer as a research experience for undergraduates. And so the sky's the limit. And I have like a list of like 80 summer paid research opportunities that I can share. But so my favorite time here is just the vibrancy and the education and the grit.
Low key, like those are some of the best moments because like you really get to like enjoy like the company and like really grind like with your friends about like the same work that you all don't understand, and like that's how you learn.
Mhm.
Okay, we're reaching the end. We have 2 more questions. Okay, what makes OP unique to you?
So OP, we're the largest institution in the state of New York. We have the largest HEOP and C-STEP student body. So what makes OP unique to me is actually how it's implemented in here at NYU. We do it through the admissions process. When you apply, you have to check, would you like to be considered for the opportunity programs? Other universities don't have the scale and the size that we do. We have about 800 plus total OP students. So we have the scale and the size to support instructional specialists, to support additional tutoring, to support resources and summer classes and all types of things that other universities don't, even though they had HEOP and C-STEP. So we're unique in that way, just in terms of the structure. What else makes us unique is that, I look at the student body that's coming in now and I see them all like hanging out and are friends. So what makes us unique is us as a group. Like you're coming here and you have a lot of connections and resources already and friends. You make friends, and I think it makes each and every one of us a stronger person.
Okay, the last question. What advice do you have for students?
Remember what your priorities are.
Okay.
Remember what you're here for. As much as I see you all on a consistent basis, you're only here until you get your degree and you're going to go on and you're going to go on to a grad school, or you're going to get a job. And so remember those priorities and be a leader and look out and make sure you accomplish those things, And normally I would say be around like-minded people, like people that are also have those same kind of priorities. But the good news is that around OP, for the most part, everybody's going to have those same priorities because, like I said, you're all coming in as superstars out of high school. So each and every one of you are already at a high caliber. It's just about having the space and time to materialize that, And one thing that I learned teaching the summer program is that, you have students coming in and they are tested in the summer. And you can gain information about that, about how, students react under those kind of stressors and how they build character. But you still need to give students the chance of the whole 4 years to decide what journey they want and who they want to become. And so the important thing about this journey is that it is your journey, and it's no right or wrong necessarily. In some cases, it's about what you want out of it. So study hard, stay in conferral with your, I'm not sure if that's a word, stay in conferral, stay in constant dialogue with your counselor. Continue to apply to as many programs as possible, and just enjoy the time that you're here. Stay energized, get into sports, get into clubs, and things like that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that is a wrap.
That's a wrap.
What would you rate the salad?
Oh, 100.
100?
Yeah, I don't even know half the things in here. I don't usually get because but this is complicated because this one Craze. I go to Downsteam. Some of these things in here they probably only got at Craze, which I like. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's some good stuff here, but I like the avocado on the salad. The tomatoes are really good.
Well, thank you for allowing us to interview you.
No, we should do this again, and I appreciate the time and the commitment you did for this to make this happen. I hope it was good.
Yes, you're amazing.
Thank
you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.